Alrighty, kiddos, it is time to multiply. Okay, so in the first part of this video, what we've already learned is given matrices, we can determine if we could even multiply them or not. So once we determine whether we can multiply them, then we also could determine what the resulting dimensions were going to be of the matrix once we could multiply the two matrices. Now we don't even know how to multiply yet, like I said, but that's what this part of the video is for. So it's time to multiply. So first of all, let's ask the question, can we multiply these? Well, it's a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2. The number of columns equals the number of rows. So yes, check baby, 1, 2. We can actually multiply them. Next question, what's the new dimensions going to be after I multiply? You got it? It's a 2 by 2. Check baby, 3, 4. Good job. So now, when I'm going to multiply these things, here is the key thing you have to do. I'm going to put these two things up here, ingrain this in your mind. It is always going to be this, row by column. Row by column. Row by column. Row, row, row your boat by the column. Gently down the stream. I don't know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Row by column. Okay. So here's the deal. You just told me we're going to have a matrix that's going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. So our job is to fill in this first entry, this second entry up here, the third entry down the bottom left, and the fourth entry down the bottom right. That is the goal through doing this particular process. Row by column. Row by column. Row by column. Row, row, row your boat gently down the column. You'll get the answer right if you do it this way. Yep, that was good too. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to multiply row by column. That means this. We're going to multiply this row by this column. Oh yeah, this row by this column in this particular way. You take -2 and take it times 3. And you take the 5 times the 5. So you see down here exactly what I'm doing. You take the -2 times the 3 and the 5 times the 5. And what you do with those two results, as you see here, you add them. That is the process every single time. Take the row by the column. Take the row by the column. Times the row by the column. And add the actual results in the middle. So when I do this, of course, I get -6, I get 25, add that together, you get 19. So this 19 is my new result of multiplying this row by this column. So this 19 goes up here in that first spot, top left corner. So the next spot we're looking for is this spot over here to the right, that top right corner. How do I do that? Again, I do row by column. I take this row times this column. So this row times this column. And I get -2 times -1. Bam. I'm going to add that to 5 times 4. So I take the row times this column. So that gives me a 2 here. It gives me a 20 there. And together it gives me 22. So 22 is my number that goes in the top right spot right here of my matrix. So 22 goes there. And don't forget, I already have 19 in that spot. So now I'm halfway home, baby. I got half of my numbers in my matrix. I only have to continue the process 2 more times. Row by column. Wait, I've already done this row twice to these 2 columns. What do I have left? Oh, I have this row. So I got to do this row times this column. And I get 0 times 3 and 9 times 5. I do all that. I get 0 plus 45, which just gives me a simple answer of 45. So 45 is the spot that goes down here in the bottom left corner, right there. Sweet. So I still have all those numbers up there. So I am 3/4, 75% of the way home. Let's get one more. The spot right here on the right. Well, how do I do that? Row by column. Getting used to that by now. Row by column, row by column. So I take this row times this column right there. And that gives me 0 times -1 and 9 times 4. So when I do 0 times -1, it gives me 0. Apparently -0. That's a typo. Should just say 0. 9 times 4 is 36. It's funny. And that equals just a 36. So 36 goes in this particular spot right there. And ladies and gentlemen, start clapping, do some cartwheels, scream out loud so your parents and your brothers and your sisters and your dog and your cat freak out. You get your first answer of multiplying 2 matrices. Woohoo! Congratulations. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is your answer. It's a 1922. It's an old date. 1922, the year I was born. 1922, 45, 36. There is your first answer. And again, we just did row by column. So I'm going to click the next one as an example. I want you to multiply these two things. And by the way, this is a 2 by 3 matrix. This is a 3 by 2 matrix. And if you're wondering, yes, you can multiply those. It's a 2 by 3 and a 3 by 2. By the way, if you write the dimensions down, you should be able to figure out what the new dimensions are going to look like. And I will tell you, it would be a 2 by 2 matrix. So what I'd recommend doing after you write these down, your new matrix, once you multiply these, this whole row right here, the 5, 3, and 5, you're going to multiply that to this whole entire column, -4, -3, and 3. And then you're going to get one number. And that one number is going to go, let me back up, back up, right here, in that spot, bam, right here. So when you multiply all of those things, that's the spot that you're going for. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix, and that's exactly what it's going to look like. Your answer, whenever you multiply these two guys together, this 5, 3, and 5, and -4, -3, and 3. And then you got to do the next one, row by column. And then come down here, row by column. And then come down here, row by column. And then you'll have your answer. Good luck. Do this, and we will see you in class with your answer. Peace.